to the universe in order to reconcile our relationship or whatever the hell it is. I wrote it all down so that way I don't go all over the place and get emotional or anything like that. So I'm gonna talk like I'm reading a script, but it's just gonna help me kind of stay together. But to address the Club Shay interview that she did, where she states that she prays to the universe in regards to reconciling our relationship, as I stated, is odd. My mother and I both know that that is a very false narrative, and I would like to free her of having to continue telling that lie. Faith without work is dead, and neither one of us cares to put forth any effort to reconcile with the other. We are separate, as she put it, because she doesn't care to be my mother any more than I care to be her son. Neither one of us has had the desire to reach out to the other in a very long time, and I don't think that either of us anticipates that feeling ever returning. Speaking with my mother directly, in my experience, will either lead to some odd newfound moment of clarity in regards to how she was as my mother, or she retreats back to daddy to move forward with a conversation. And I'm tired of hearing my mother's truths. Newsflash, I'm not sure if people know, but standing in your truth doesn't make you noble. I'm not sure if people are aware of that. But responding this way, I feel as though it allows me to say my piece uninterrupted. To those wondering, well, why say something now? Call it a form of therapy for me, I suppose. But when her daddy had intentionally stated that they have 3 sons, but his wife is on the internet talking about the 4th son in a video that has millions of views, that rubbed me the wrong way. But anyway, to inform a child that you are not interested in being a mother at a time when that kid is the only kid that has the potential to lead a child to believe that you are not interested in them specifically. But to take it a step further, you also admit, my mother had also admitted to me that she didn't do the best job that she could do, which would also make one begin to question, all of your past decisions and prior emotional interactions. But to be completely honest and fair, those were things that I was willing to get over. Nobody's perfect. We're all human. But my mother showed a clear lack of humility, compassion, and consideration when taking any level of accountability for those things. My mother does a fantastic job of acknowledging a lot of things, but she doesn't take accountability very well, and anything that she may take true accountability for, it's only at her convenience, in my experience. But if I had to guess, though, her interest in being a mother probably started around the time that she married her daddy and had his children. But that interest, obviously seemed one-sided, and as it should have been. By that time, I'm in my late teens, so to some degree, the neglect becomes easier to hide or validate, I guess you could say. There are now 2 baby boys in the house, that require attention. But still during that time, however, I still watched her enjoy the love and admiration of total strangers more than my own.
Skills, you should be ashamed of yourself. This is what I'll say. Let's let it play out. Because the same ones that said to me I was crazy, I was deranged, we watched it play out. So just like with my son, we'll watch this play out. And I do want to address this though, Shalon. When you say her daddy, then that's when mommy gonna say stop playing, because this has been Uncle Sid your whole life. Uncle Sid knew you before you knew you. So for you to say her 3 sons, yes, you're absolutely right. He has 3 sons. He can't claim you as his son because he's always been Uncle Sid, and he knows your daddy very well.
And love that brother. And the irony of all of this is not what is said, but what's left off.
Yes.
See, you're leaving off the fact that the last time we laid eyes on you, your mother got you everything you needed for the newborn baby about 3 years ago. You're forgetting about how I, from Georgia, am talking you through getting your car after we gave you the half of the down payment for it. And you were 31 years of age, 32 years of age at that point. And I'm negotiating the deal with the dealer for you as you sit there. And you have the vehicle you're driving right now because of your mother. These are the things that you're leaving out when you're expressing what you're expressing in reference to your mother. You're not expressing the relationship that you have with your father, where you spoke ill to him, not to mention spoke ill to your mother, but somehow your mother and father and I all have a loving relationship and communicate back and forth because of the love that we have for you. The one thing these individuals, and to the individuals out here that oftentimes speak after they've heard one side of the story, there's an old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what it is that you hear. Please don't take our word for it, but what we will convey is this. Those who are parents and have raised their parents up to being adults.
The children. Raise their children up to being adults.
Right on. Those who are parents that raise their children into adulthood know that there comes a time and a place in which they determine their own decisions, their own path. You can have multiple children that are raised in one house, but they act and they take on different things. Young man, because of the challenges that this young brother has had with mental illness. So we're communicating that out loud to speak to our community.
Yeah.
You can stop. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Oh, that's a whole lot of pill to swallow. But I'm not gonna lie. I like the fact that it shows that these celebrities do have real life, like real family drama, like we all do. But it's just to see that, I think, man, it's a sad situation. Remember how Hakeem and Jordan, like what I always say. Remember I always tell you guys, when you become big, you're gonna have people come out of the woodwork and say some of the stuff we've been saying, or is saying. They're gonna be like, it wasn't that true, because they want to get that quote unquote clout, bad chasing. And I think that's what her son is doing right now. Now, when it comes to the aspect of Monique, of course, some of the stuff she's saying, there's no way for us to verify. We just gotta go by what she's saying. Now, what her son is saying, the same thing goes for him. We going by what he's saying, because at the end of the day, we don't know, because the guy that she's married to now say, like, look, when before me and her got married, you saw I was very supportive of him. We were very supportive of him and his newborn child. We was sending the money. We was giving him all these things. Now all of a sudden he's gonna come out and saying that she's not a good mother. Where's that coming from? We don't know where that's coming from. And they even say that we understand that he's dealing with some type of mental illness. Once again, there's no way for us to verify that either, unless we go and do research on his medical work, which I'm not gonna do, because I could really care less about the whole situation. But for the topic, just for this topic, I think both of each other need to have that conversation. Both of them need to go to therapy and really have that daughter and son conversation. I don't think they need to do it in the media, because if you do it in the media, especially in social media, everybody's word is going to get misconstrued. Everybody have their own personal opinion. We don't really know who to really take to as face value. But at the end of the day, I think all of them need healing. It seemed like after that Club Shay interview, it's becoming more messy for Monique than it's actually becoming good. I know she's starting to go on tour very soon, but
she already started.
She already started?
Yep.
Man, she's going through a lot right now. I know she mentally, especially as a woman, I know she's going through a lot. Go ahead, Hakeem.
So I want to agree with I don't know if it was Severlin or Natasha that said this. The fact that they on the internet with this is just appalling at the end of the day. And you said it too just now. Bag chasing. You feel me? As black people, we need to stop feeling like we need to have to come to the internet to to state our business. Like this is the issue that makes it look so like weird. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that you came out of, I didn't even know she had an older son. You know that?
That's her first shot. First.
I didn't even know I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
I know the other. She has two other with the other guy.
Yeah.
So I know them.
No, 3. I think it's 3. No, she said 3. She has 4 altogether. She has 4 altogether.
4 altogether.
Oh, so she has 4. I didn't even know Monique had that many kids, to be real with you.
Me either. Very private.
She was very private about it. So I didn't even know she was having babies over the years. So I give Monique credit on that. Like, her business has been private. So this is why I'm a little bit conflicted with the whole Monique situation. Because when I start to think, we only start to hear rumblings of her after the whole Precious debacle. And she started to voice her opinion and be like, yo, I'm getting disrespected, this and that. But now her son coming out, and the fact that guy in the video said, I have a loving relationship with your daddy, it's kind of hard for me to listen to what Stallone is saying.
It's hard to me to believe that shit. I'm sorry. That was hard for me to believe.
Yeah. After I heard that, I love that. When he said, I love that guy's father and me and him have a good relationship, you know other black men have issues with other black men and the kids are coming in between. When I hear that, Shalom, we need to open up the books on you. That's really all. Like, after I heard him say that, I'm like, yeah, like, that's kind of difficult. Yeah, it's kind of hard for me to believe him say it. Like, because I've never heard black men spoke well like that about other black men, and you know what I mean, and stuff like that. Look, throughout that whole conversation,
exactly.
Yeah.
It was very powerful. You like, I literally talked to your father. We have that communication. That was like, when he said that, I was like, bro, you sure?
Yeah. This kind of weird. Yeah.
Weird.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird. I think we're at a culture now that hopefully I'm wrong, that we might see, maybe I hope this is not the beginning, that we might see family drama come more on the internet. The reason I'm saying that, because you could get money off of it, and one person, when I saw that, I thought of one person who could say, hey, I could get this man $10,000, you come to my show. And that's Tasha K. Tasha K can see that right now, and she can use that clout and get the interview from, Monique's son, and say, hey, I give you like 10K, 15K, or 20K to get a little bit more detail about your mama and everything, how about your mama treat you, all this type of things. So I think we in a 2024, we in a world with something like the kids is coming out, because, like you said, Hakeem, that was the first time knowing that she had an older son like that. But now that he's coming out like that, and he could get some type of clout, even though it could be very, very small, and he could get paid from that clout for coming to other people's podcasts, just to hear him, because having the clout for his mother. How's it looking right now? It's money out there for a club like this. It's money out there, especially for drama, for family drama. So we at the time right now that hopefully we're not going to see, but we might see more drama like that when it comes to celebrity kids. Use that stuff for clout, and also use that for monetization, and get money from people that want to interview as well.
With the truth.
What's going on, brother?
What's yours? We got 10 minutes left on the show.
Boss of all bosses.
Yeah.